going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another video. We have some really big news to share with you guys, but first we gotta do some farm chores.
We're standing in the garden right now because we are gonna do one last harvest. We have just a couple of things we could grab.
Swiss chard beans.
Yeah, and I think there's some peppers that we can still grab, a little bit of kale, and then the rest is just kind of madness. We have some things that are still coming in, like right here there's some watermelon and cantaloupe actually growing in here that if we were to have an Indian summer, we could potentially, like, if we've got some flowers on there, but we're gonna go ahead and end it and bring the chickens in, and we'll tell you why. As
you guys know, we've been having some predator issues, two-legged and four-legged. However, right now we're gonna be taking care of the four-legged predator issue. Last night I ended up penning up all the chickens in the chickshaw, and we're gonna be bringing them into the garden. Now, with conventional garden, you would clear all this out by hand. With doing that, you rob the soil of nutrients that could be put back in. The chickens will eat all this up, leave their droppings, and redo the cycle, building that topsoil and also breaking down the chips that are left over.
I don't know if you can see over here what the boys are doing. So speaking of our predator issue, we had some ducks hatch a couple weeks ago, and there were 12 altogether, but we've seen the baby ducklings over in our neighbor's pasture.
Yeah, no mom.
No mama. So they're over there, and we've seen them for a couple days now without a mama. So I don't know how they're staying alive with this predator on the loose, but the boys went over there to try to rescue them all. I can see they've caught a couple.
We're basically honing everything in, getting everything closer to the house because, you know, the weather's changing, fall is approaching, and we have to do some cleanup. Alright, a couple things we gotta move. We gotta move these tarps. We also got one chicken in the field, and I wasn't able to get the ducks or the goose.
Get the ducks or the goose?
Well, I'm actually thinking about putting the goose in around the chicken tractors. What do you guys think about that? Like in the net?
I think he's failed us every time.
Well, we'll have a net, electric net, and the guard goose. So we'll see. At least he will be the sacrifice if a predator goes into the electric net. That's all I can say about that.
We're gonna pull the tarp off here, and we're hoping for some
snake.
So let's see. Think there's gonna be any snakes in here?
I hope.
All right, take a look. Bummer. We've been seeing a lot of snakes lately on our land, and we have been learning a lot about them. I don't know if we ever seen any in the garden though.
Nah.
Is that good? You full of energy? We got one!
Snake!
Weston,
snake!
come look!
We have snake!
You got a snake.
We're snake! We're snake!
Oh,
It's moving!
He's not
it's
very,
actually moving!
efficient on that tarp.
Looks like a gardener.
Garter.
Garter?
I need help, but I don't know what
I wish Jesse was here.
I need help.
Where's Weston?
Weston! Snake! Look, I'm trying to get it.
I'm trying to get it.
Oh. Or is he trying to get you?
He's trying to get me.
Garter snake? Pop it on the line. Is it a garter snake? We're going to keep it for tomorrow.
I think so. We looked under the wrong tarp, buddy. We should have looked under this one.
I flipped it and it was. We've got a lot of babies right now.
I know.
All right, let's let it go.
Wait, I thought we were gonna keep it until tomorrow. I want to keep it.
Go get a
bin.
I wanted to show you while Jeremy is finishing electrifying the fence that this discovery that we made this past week, and maybe this is just a discovery for me, maybe you all already know this and I'm behind the times. Jet, our second born, got really bad poison ivy a couple weeks ago. He was really bad, like eyes swollen shut, like all over his body, head to toe. I felt so bad for him. A couple of friends told me about this amazing weed called jewel weed, or it's also called touch me not. The sap inside the stalks works really super well for poison ivy, stinging nettle, that sort of thing. So you squeeze the sap out of here, crush it up, and what we did is we just kind of like, we would, because we have an abundance, it's like all up and down here, we would come up and crush it and then just put it on wherever it hurt. It was amazing. I walked through some like prickly viney stuff trying to get there and broke it, rubbed it on there, and the sting was instantly gone. So I love that. That's so cool. And it's a weed and it's everywhere. I don't know, you can tell, like they have these really beautiful little flowers. And once you see it, you'll see it everywhere. Before the weather turns and before all this dies, we're gonna harvest a bunch of it and try to do that so that we have it for next year. So pretty cool way to heal yourself with your own weeds.
So we've got a lot of questions regarding our logo and our catchphrase, Bigfoot Farmer, follow the lantern. And it really comes from Psalm 119, 105. Let your word be the lantern upon my feet and the light on my path. You know, God only gives us a little bit of their story at a time. If He would give us our destiny or what we have planned for our lives, we would try to do it ourselves and get there ourselves, missing all of these lessons along the way. And the lantern is the light. Just like an old school lantern, it only casts a little bit of light, your next step. So we want to follow the lantern, follow God's word for our lives and for our future. And that brings us to our big news.
Yeah, so our big news is
we're moving.
We're moving. So that's why we're doing all this. We know that God has called us to end the chapter here. We're all on fantastic terms. We just all believe and know in our hearts that God's called us to the next thing, and the next thing is selling this property and buying 2 separate properties, one for each family. So
yeah, and for those that you don't know, because I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately, there's 2 families living on this property. We came
live here with my sister
to
and her
farm
family.
With 2 families. However, now God is calling us to move to the next chapter of our lives. We don't know where we're going to move to. However, we do know it's going to be amazing because God is going to show us where we go.
Yeah, it's been an awesome experience. We wouldn't trade it for anything. We also know that this is where we're supposed to go next, or we don't know where we're supposed to go next, but this is what we're supposed to do next, and we're excited to see what that is. So hope you all stay along and stay tuned for the adventure.
Yeah. All right, guys, we thank you for tuning in to this video. There's going to be a lot of changes, but we are excited to bring you guys along with them. If you guys haven't, please hit that subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up, and don't be afraid to leave some comments. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch our lives, and we will see you guys on the next video.